Friday morning, Salam Malaysia Madani. This is Mr. Chan with Midnight on the 20th of March. We begin the bulletin with the headlines. Malaysia, India discuss West Asia situation, call for immediate ceasefire. And Prime Minister commends NGO reconciliation efforts between Malay and Indian communities. The Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Ibrahim expresses appreciation to the security forces and enforcement agencies who remain committed to carrying out their duties and responsibilities during Idul Fitri. His Majesty highly honors the sacrifices of the personnel involved who continue to serve to ensure peace, public order, and the well-being of the people are always maintained, even while others in society celebrate the festival with their families. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim spoke with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to discuss the latest developments in West Asia yesterday. Datuk Seri Anwar conveyed Malaysia's firm and consistent stance in condemning Israel's bombing of Iran, which was backed by the United States. The Prime Minister said he and Modi agreed to call for an immediate cessation of hostilities and to intensify efforts in upholding peace, diplomacy and constructive dialogue. Both leaders also agreed that Malaysia and India must work together to strengthen a collective voice on international platforms, including the United Nations and BRICS. He said such cooperation is increasingly crucial amid a challenging global economic environment, which is also affecting its security. Separately, Datuk Seri Anwar praised the reconciliation efforts by NGOs representing the Malay and Indian communities, calling them a sign of the people's maturity in choosing peace over discord. He said the initiative fosters mutual respect between races and reflects the human spirit and soul of India, rooted in kindness, togetherness and respect. In a statement, Datuk Seri Anwar urged the public to continue embracing this unity as the foundation of the nation's strength and thanked all parties, including the Royal Malaysia Police, for supporting the effort. On Wednesday, 30 NGO representatives from the Malay and Indian communities met under the Harmoni Madani program to seek reconciliation and resolve tensions amicably and comprehensively. And on a related note, Human Resources Minister Datuk Seri Al-Ramanan said the initiative sends a clear message that Malaysians are willing to reject the politics of hatred and choose peace. He also voiced full support for the Prime Minister's firm stance against attempts to incite racial and religious tensions, noting that such firmness is essential to preserving peace under the values of respect, responsibility, and Malaysia Madani framework. And in other news, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar has congratulated Thailand's Prime Minister Anutin Chandrapur and securing a renewed mandate to lead the country. In a Facebook post, Datuk Seri described Anutin as a dear friend and expressed hope for continued close engagement, noting that Malaysia and Thailand, as neighbours and ASEAN partners, share deep ties. Anutin was re-elected on Thursday after securing 293 parliamentary votes. And Malaysia has recorded 6.9 million passenger movements in February 2026, bringing the total to 18.3 million passengers for the first 2 months of the year. This figure represents a 5.8% year-on-year increase compared to the same period in 2025. MAHB Managing Director Datuk Mohamed Izan Ghani said passenger traffic in the first 2 months of 2026 showed a stable start across the local airport network, reflecting improved connectivity and continued demand for air travel. All telecommunications companies have been directed to continuously monitor network performance to ensure services remain stable throughout Idul Fitri. According to a statement from MCMC, telcos must take immediate action in the event of any disruptions or degradation in service quality. This measure is to ensure that the public continues to enjoy seamless communication services during the festive season. Since early March, various network reinforcement efforts have been implemented nationwide, and the public is advised to report any disruptions to their respective telcos or through the official MCMC portal. And now on to world news. The Iraqi Civil Aviation Authority announced another 72-hour extension of the country's airspace closure to all arriving, departing and overflying aircraft, citing ongoing security concerns. In a statement, the authority said the extension will be effective from 12 p.m. local time or 0900 GMT on Thursday until 12 p.m. Sunday. The decision is a temporary precautionary measure based on continuous assessment of the security situation and regional developments. Japan and the United States unveiled a plan to build small modular nuclear reactors as one of three new business projects worth a total of $70 billion under Tokyo's $550 billion commitment made last year in exchange for tariff relief. The second batch of joint projects, announced after Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump in Washington, includes the construction of natural gas generation facilities in Pennsylvania and Texas. And ahead of the global debate, German scientists warn the country may be glacier-free by 2030 as its last four glaciers lost over 25% of their surface in less than 2 years. The Blau is one maximum glacier shrank by about 4 to 5% between 2023 and 2025, with ice thickness dropping 1.2 meters per year, double the peaking rate. Birds of the glaciers may still lose their glacier status, while the following final glacier remains the most stable, possibly lasting until the 2030s, Germany's last glacier. And over in Southeastern Africa, at least 15 people were killed and 35 others injured after heavy rains and floods hit Malawi on March 15th and 15th. The country's Department of Disaster Management has said that a total of 9,590 households have been affected, with 128 households displaced. Most of the deaths were caused by collapsing houses or floods. Meanwhile, several roads in some of the affected councils have become inaccessible after bridges and sections of roads were washed away. The department said 12 evacuation camps have been established in 6 councils as authorities provide relief assistance to affected households. And now in sports, football. Chris Milan FC striker Lukman Hakim Shamsuddin has been recalled to the national team for their last Group F fixture against Vietnam in the 2027 Asian Cup qualifiers at the Tien Trong Stadium in Nam Dinh on March 31st. In a Facebook post, the Malaysian national team said the former teen sensation is among 5 strikers called up, alongside Muhammad Faisal Abdul Karim, naturalized player Paolo Josué, Muhammad Ramadan Saifullah Usman, and Muhammad Safari Rashid. This could pave the way for the 24-year-old Lukman Hakim to don the Harimau Malaya jersey once more, having last featured for the national team in a friendly against Singapore in March 2022. Enzo Fernandez has assured Chelsea assistant manager Liam Rosenior that he is happy and passionate about the club, despite recent comments suggesting he might leave after this season. Fernandez, who has 5 years left on his £107 million contract, hinted the remaining Premier League and FA Cup games could be his last. Rosenior said Fernandez